Hi, everyone. Today, I'm joined by Mike Jezoshek, CPA, brand ambassador at Insight, and also founder and host of the Small Business Tax Saving Podcast. For those of you who don't know, Insight is a full service accounting practice located out of West Palm Beach, Florida, offering accounting, bookkeeping, taxation, payroll, and advisory services. Mike and his team are industry leading practice that puts technology first for small, medium business owners. Mike also doubles up, as I mentioned, as the founder and host of the Small Business Tax Saving Podcast, which has a mission of helping hardworking business owners overcome complicated taxation rules, which can often lead to overinflated tax bills. Thanks for joining us today, Mike.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Super excited.
Awesome. And I mean, just taking a more macro level on this, really keen to understand. I know we mentioned before that Insight is sector agnostic, but when you're profiling your customers and your clients, are there any specific parameters or fields that Insight looks into when profiling and making sure that you are taking on the right customers for your firm?
Yeah, for sure. And we service a lot of clients in different industries, but we also target certain specific industries, especially when we look at marketing and where we're going to put our marketing dollars if we want to target a specific industry instead of being a generalist. And a lot of times that determining which markets we want to focus on just came from experience. We've worked with this type of industry a lot, so we really enjoy working with them. That comes from the opposite side too. We found out what clients we don't work well with, whether that's from a team knowledge or expertise, or the specific industry just is not a good fit for us and the tech stack that we've tried to use. And so that's when a client comes on to us, that's exactly what we're looking at. Some parameters are, where do you want to take this business? As an example, it's not necessarily industry by industry, but also within an industry. We used to specialize in the fitness industry, working with fitness studios, gyms, things like that. And what we found out is that through our marketing dollars, we were finding a lot of clients interested in coming to us, but we found that majority of the fitness studios that came to us were really too small for what we needed. They were small and they needed this level of expertise, but we could only, based on what they could afford, we could only provide this level. Mm-hmm. And so that helped us understand, like, okay, fitness industry might not be a bad industry to focus on, but now we just need to be more targeted within that industry. How are we keying up the people that we provide our services best to? And so I think it's also understanding your service level too. Are we here just reconciling bank accounts and sending a report and that's it? Or are we providing some higher level service? Are we adding in some help on reporting and forecasting on, say, how can we help you grow your business? If our goal and what we're great at is how can we help you grow your business and be that partner on your team? Well, maybe we might look and say, hey, those smaller fitness clients, they can't afford what we're great at. And so for that, it's not a good fit. Other people might say that's a perfect fit. I'm not good at telling you how to grow your business. That's not my specialty, but yeah, I can get you a great set of books at a cheap price. And so that might be a perfect fit for them. So we've used kind of different parameters of that in learning from the clients that we've worked with to see what fits. Another thing that we've done as part of that is that if it's not a good fit for us, how can, especially if we're continuously getting people in that industry or in that line of work that's not a good fit in, how can we find somebody that we know, like, and trust that we can maybe get them in front of? So like I said, even though they're not a great fit for us, there are accounting firms that they are a great fit for. So how can we partner with them and say, hey, we're getting an influx of leads of clients this size or in clients in this industry, not a great fit for us, but we know that this is your specialty. How can we partner with you to get these people in front of you and be another lead source for you for the clients that aren't a great fit for us?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that kind of attacks our approach when we look at accountants in general. Accountants oftentimes look at every accountant as competition. And that's something from the front that we've always said, there's so much business out there. There's so many businesses, so many different industries that we don't look at every accountant or accountants out there as competition. Even accountants that service the same exact clients that we do, we don't look at as competition. We look at it as a great opportunity for collaboration and saying, what's working for you, what's not. We know that you're going to take some clients away from us, and we know we're probably going to take some clients away from you that decide to move. And maybe it was a personality fit. Maybe there's nothing wrong with the level of service that we enjoy, but they just didn't have a good personality fit with who they were working to. So we know that's going to churn back and forth, and we're not afraid to spend time collaborating with people that work closely in the same stuff that we do.
Yeah, no, and that's awesome. I think the only way to actually even have that approach is learning from past experiences. You wouldn't know what client is right for you unless you have picked up one that wasn't the right fit for you. And then it
Mhm.
is a continuous learning process from a practice perspective to say, okay, we know what our client profile looks like. We have someone that can look after this client that doesn't fit our needs. I'm actually keen to kind of understand as well if you could shed some light on the impacts that taking on the wrong client can have on a practice. Because I know a lot of practices, they typically wouldn't take that selective approach for whatever reason, but they can then find themselves having some inefficiencies when they pick up clients that maybe aren't the right fit. Really keen to understand your views on, potentially some clients that you've brought on that haven't been the right fit and what impacts that can have on your firm.
Yeah, and I said we go through this day on a daily basis, because the
Mm.
fact is that as your firm is growing, as your firm gets at different stages in the life cycle of your firm, you're going to pick up clients that weren't a great fit, but they're still clients. And so we see that every day, where we have a client that is a client, a current client of ours that was a good fit when we brought him on, but now due to shift and changes in how we do things, they're no longer a good fit. And you can tell how detrimental that can be, because not only is it a time commitment, we might be, maybe they're underpriced, we're over serving, or we're over delivering and underpriced because they were an old legacy client. Another thing too is our staff feels bad when they want to provide a high level of service or a certain type of maybe higher end service, but they can't. Oftentimes it can be detrimental on the staff too, because the staff's like, I know they need this help. I do this for all of our clients. Can't I just help them out in this area? And we're like, well, they're not paying for that. They're not in that service level, so we can't provide a service that they're not in. But that's hard on the staff, because the staff's like, I know what to do. I know how to fix this, but I just simply can't. And so, yeah, we run into that issue a lot. And oftentimes that comes from the situation where it was a good client or a good fit at one time, and then it's no longer a fit, as you grow deeper into the growth of your firm.
Yeah. No, that's really valuable insights. No, thanks for sharing that.